Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel if you are new. Hello, my name is V. I post nail tutorials every Thursday and Sunday at 8:15 a.m. Central Time. Getting right into today's video, I am taking my nail tip cutters. You can find these on Amazon. They are linked in my Amazon storefront, so make sure you guys check out all those products. I'm just using those to trim a little bit of the length off of these nails. These are the extra long C-curve tips from NotPolish. Love, love, love them. They are a full sculpted tip and they are pre-shaped in the square shape, which is perfect in my opinion. So I went ahead and trimmed those down. I'm going to be taking my nail file and filing the sides. For this step, I am using my peel and stick files from Tammy Taylor. These are also linked in my Amazon storefront. These are my all-time favorite. They come with the plastic backing and you can remove easily the sticky surface, which is the actual file part, which I absolutely love. They're easy for sanitation and the hard plastic back is perfect for that perfect shaping. So I am just lightly filing the sides to make sure that they are nice and flush to the natural nail. I'm not doing any crazy filing because I want to keep that same shape.
And I'm sorry I'm not perfect, but I knew that I wouldn't be. I guess it's for the best, you know the worst in me. I'm sorry, my actions, they haunt me and I'll never live it down. I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. So do you wanna take me?
Getting right into our acrylic application, I am using NotPolish products for this step. You can see me using my NotPolish acrylic brush. This one is in the size 12. I absolutely love it. I have fallen in love with the bigger sized brush. So next step is moving up to a size 14, which I'm really excited about. So I'll be trying that soon. Along with that, I'm using the NotPolish Monomer and their acrylic. This acrylic is Milky White. Absolutely love Milky White. It is one of my go-to when you don't want such a harsh white. It's the perfect mixture between white and clear, and you will get that perfect milky white look every time. So I'm just starting off in the middle section, working my way down towards the tip, and then I'm going to be adding another bead at the tip, making sure that that thickness is perfect to my liking. And then I gently blend up into the first bead that I placed. You don't have to overwork this product because it self-levels very well on its own. I've talked about the NotPolish products so much on my channel that you guys are probably annoyed at this point, but when I really say it kind of is important that you use very good products, it does make a huge difference. I also started using NotPolish products with the monomer that it comes with. Before, they didn't have monomer out, so I would just use my Young Nails monomer or my Profiles monomer. When I tell you guys that it has been a game changer when I switched to the NotPolish monomer, it definitely makes that consistency so much more creamier and blendable. So just to give you guys a little bit of insight on their products. Now I'm taking a large bead of acrylic, placing it in the middle section. This is typically where I like to start my acrylic application. And I lightly wipe the sides. This kind of helps pull the product downwards as well. And I like to use more of a tapping motion when applying acrylic. Now I added a very small bead of acrylic towards that tip and I'm just blending it upwards very carefully, very light pressure because I don't want to overly drag that product. Now I'm placing another bead right above the first one and I'm going to start building that tiny little apex. I don't build these as high as I normally would on clients because this is a practice hand, so take that in mind. But that is typically where you would be building up your apex. Now the last bead goes up in the cuticle area. I like to place it near the cuticle, not quite up touching it. and then you gently push up, hold the finger in a downward position and pull it downward. Again, very, very gently and very light pressure does the trick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys watch the rest of this process. Super, super simple, as we're just creating a white base for our nail art. Now I am encapsulating these nails. I like to encapsulate milky white nails specifically because that extra clear layer gives it more of a milky feel. If you build up the acrylic with the milky white, it will turn more opaque. The more layers you add onto there, the more opaque the white is going to be. So I like to keep it nice and thin and then add that clear, and it makes it even more of a pretty milky white, if that makes sense. I had a little fuzzy right there, so I tried taking it off. Now I'm just applying this randomly where I feel it needs a little bit more clear, and typically, because this is a practice hand, I am going to be covering the entire surface of the nail. So I'm just gonna let you guys go ahead and watch this. I am using the clear from NotPolish. Now getting right into our filing process. For this step, I am using my Kiara Sky rechargeable e-file. I have her at about 10,000 RPMs, and I am using that with my 5-in-1 carbide bit. This one is medium grit in the color rose gold. Always make sure to check their products out. So amazing, and I absolutely love their 5-in-1 bits. I don't know what the difference is between theirs and everyone else's, but I typically gravitate towards theirs, and I feel like it's a better bit for my liking. So just to give you guys a little insight on that as well. I'm just going gently around the cuticle area. That tapered tip helps very well get into those hard to reach areas, making sure that that cuticle is nice and flush to the natural nail. And then I'm going vertically up and down the surface of the nail to try to get it as smooth as possible. Very light pressure on this step because I'm not trying to remove bulk product. All I'm trying to do is smooth that out, make sure there are no lumps that I might have created when applying my acrylic. Once I'm done using my e-file, I am going in with my hand file once again, and I'm going to be doing my shaping at this point. Even though you might shape at the beginning of the nail service, you still want to go in and file at the end. It is very important because no matter how perfect you lay your acrylic, you're still going to get a little bit of bulk on the sides, which can affect the shape, and you want to make sure that you get it nice and straight. So I'm going in on the sides first, and I'm gonna go on the left side and the right side and alternate back and forth until I feel like it is perfect. Now we are flipping the hand around to look at the nails from the client's perspective. This is super important. It allows you to look at the nails from a different point of view, which can help see any imperfections that you might not have noticed before from your view. So make sure you guys turn the hand around, and it also helps you get that crisp, nice and sharp shape. So I'm just going in on the tip, making sure that everything is nice and squared off. Now I'm cleaning the surface of the nail with a lint-free wipe and some swipe. I want to make sure that I get rid of all that dust and all that gunk and prep for our nail art. I'm taking Makartt from NotPolish, and I'm going to be adding a layer of this on the surface of the nail. This is going to work as my base. I've noticed that when working with marble inks, you want to have the perfect base for that to kind of spread out and just give that perfect marble look. And I have found that if you add matte top coat to the base of the nail, it's going to help create that perfect marble effect. So I am adding Makartt on the surface of the nail, a very thin layer of that, and then I'm going to be curing it for a full minute, and then we're going to be moving on to our nail art. Now for our nail art, I am using the Sweet Cravings Marble Inks from Makartt. They sent these out to me a while back and I've been dying to use these. They are the perfect marble inks in pastel colors. So here first, I am using this really pretty, it's kind of a corally pink color. This one is called Zesty Tangerine and it is so pretty. I love the color. They did have a more pink color, purple, blue, kind of a minty color, and a yellow. So I will be linking that down below if you guys are interested in checking them out. They're so pretty and they are super pigmented. So I'm just starting off by randomly applying that onto the nail. I'm trying to aim for a different kind of shape and pattern on each nail just to give it more of like a perfect marble look. Every piece is typically different, so I wanted to kind of recreate that as best as I could. As you can see, they are very opaque. Now I'm going to be taking a 3D nail art brush along with a little bit of swipe on that brush, and I'm just gonna start patting out some of these sections. What this is just gonna do is kind of blend it out a little bit more into that white and remove part of that harsh line. I'm not doing it all over the marble ink because I still want that texture to show through. I am only softening up one side of it, and you'll see me kind of alternate depending on the design of each finger. Right here, I am just rubbing it in, blending it out lightly, and you can see it kind of blend in perfectly. And then I'm doing it on the same nail on a different side of it. And it kind of just gives you that very opaque center with the blended out sides. And this is kind of how I like to do my marble. I wanted to show you guys this alternative to acrylic marble, as I tend to gravitate more towards acrylic. So I'm trying to expand and show you guys a little bit more diversity when it comes to nail products. So again, I'm going in and just blending that out. I'm using like a scrubbing motion just to really break up that pigment. These are super pigmented, so I found that you have to work a little bit harder. Now I'm just adding just a little bit more right in certain centers of that design. I wanted to make certain spots of it a little bit more opaque, and then I'm gonna blend it out lightly on those areas as well. Now for this video, I did decide to do this corally pink with yellow and purple. So our next color is the yellow. This one is called Crushed Pineapple. Again, a very pretty pastel yellow. And I'm just adding that on random spots of the nail. I want to try to make the pink kind of the center of attention and add hints of that yellow and purple. Again, just blotting it onto the nail in no specific order. I'm just kind of randomly placing it differently on each one. So another little thing I did want to add in there is that you can absolutely change up the design. You can make it more of a tie-dye look if you really scrub in the color. I did use that kind of design on one of my earlier videos, and I'll have my husband link it into this as well, so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. But the more you blend in the colors together, the more it's going to look like a tie-dye effect, or what I typically kind of interpret as a tie-dye effect, where the colors are really blended together. You can create that as well if you really blend them together, but I wanted to have those harsh lines that you would typically see in marble. So I'm just doing the same thing with the yellow, kind of blending it in very well. I wanted to create an Easter design without it having little chickens and little eggs on it, and I feel like this reminds me so much of dyed boiled eggs. So I really liked the turnout of it. I thought it was super cute, and it definitely screams Easter without saying Easter on them. So now I'm just adding the purple in there, and as you can see, it looks so pretty so far. And I'm just, again, randomly placing it on there, and then I'm going to be blending it out with my 3D nail art brush, which you can find in my Amazon storefront, along with a little bit of swipe on the bristles. Once I'm content with the design, I'm gonna go right in with my top coat. For this step, I am using Gloss It from NotPolish. I decided to do shiny for these nails. I've noticed that if you use matte top coat directly over top of marble inks, it pulls the product up and it blends it together tremendously. So I wanted to keep those details in there very well. And you can just do that by adding the shiny top coat over top. Now, if you did want the matte look, you can absolutely put shiny top coat, cure that for a full 2 minutes, and then add matte top coat, cure it, and you'll get the matte effect without destroying the details of that marble. But for this video, I wanted to keep it shiny. I thought it looked really, really cute. So I'm just adding a thin layer over that, making sure that I'm getting all of the area of the nail fully covered. You don't want any of the nail art exposed, as it will wipe right off when they go to wash their hands. So make sure you fully cover that. And then I'm going to be placing that in the light for a full 2 minutes just to be safe. You can typically leave it in the light for 1 minute, but I like to do 2 just to make sure everything is nice and perfect. But that basically concludes today's video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm obsessed with this nail art. It looks so cute. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you guys again, and I will see you guys next time.